Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're flipping another gaming PC yet again. We managed, up on the screen you guys can see what we're starting off with. It was a Dell XPS system that I found on Facebook Marketplace for $15. I figured out the pinout for the power switch on the motherboard to get it working with like a normal power switch. So we're just going to be performing some surgery on this PC with a good old fashioned case swap. The case that we're going to be swapping into is an Antec one that I found up off of Amazon. It was around like almost, I want to say $60 brand new. The links are down below in the description though if you want to check anything out. The Dell XPS, it came with the i7 2600. That's a 4-core 8-threaded CPU with a base clock of 3.4 gigahertz and a max turbo of 3.8. With the stats, it's not like too bad. Still makes a pretty good choice for entry-level 1080p gaming in 2020. Then it also came with the 4x2GB stick of memory. But we will be swapping it out for 16 because 16 is way better than 8 in my opinion. Well, not in opinion, it's facts actually. I picked a 16GB kit up for $30. It was a 4x4 kit at a local computer store. And for the storage is a 128 gig SSD and a 1TB hard drive for mass storage. Up next is just a 550 watt Antec power supply that I picked up in a deal for around $4. If you haven't checked out that massive parts hunt video, it's linked down below in the description. I recommend checking it out. And for the budget beast is the Asus GTX 1060, a 3GB version of the card, not the 6. I wish we got the 6, but you know, it is what it is. But that paired with the i7 is still a great choice for entry-level gaming in 2020. You'll see that in the benchmarks here in just a little bit after we get it built. With all that being said, let's get this teardown and case swap going. First step is to uninstall the motherboard by unscrewing all the screws and taking out the LAN card and carefully removing it from the case. Then the next step, I ended up removing the CPU and wiping it and the cooler down, removing all the old thermal paste as well as dusting them off in the process. Time to build! Line up the triangle on the CPU with the one on the motherboard and gently insert it. Then add a pea-sized amount of thermal paste. And tighten your cooler down, tightening the screws in crisscross pattern. Line up the notch of the RAM stick with the notch in the motherboard and push it into place until you hear it click. Next up, insert the motherboard and I/O shield into the case and screw with the included screws. Same process for the power supply. Now, time to plug everything in. First, the CPU power goes right here. You should hear a click. Then your 24-pin power goes right here. This one requires a bit of force. For the front panel connectors, we're only using the power switch. That goes right here, 3 pins down. For the front audio and USB, they both go here and here. Now plug in your SATA data cable into your motherboard. Then plug in the SATA data and power cables into your hard drive and SSD. Next up, for the GPU, remove the rear PCIe covers, insert and secure your GPU. It should click into place. Then plug this sucker in and power this bad boy on. Alright, time for some benchmarks, huh? Starting off with the newest game of the bunch, Black Ops Cold War. And in 1080p medium settings, this system scored an average of 69 FPS. And for Apex Legends, this system got an average FPS of 60 in 1080p with medium settings. Next game up is of course Fortnite, everyone's favorite, not mine really. But in 1080p and pro settings, we got an average of 144 FPS. For the last title is Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and with medium settings and the built-in benchmark, we got a 60 FPS average. Keep in mind the gameplay, it was just some background gameplay, it wasn't the actual gameplay from the PC. But from the benchmarks, it shows that this is a really good, decent budget rig for the price. Now let's talk about the build. There was a couple things I left out. I just forgot about them until now. First thing we did add was the RGB strip. I picked that up off of Amazon for $11. The links are down below, as I was saying for everything. And in the front, I decided to add an NZXT fan that I picked up in that massive deal along with that power supply. But I just had it laying around, so that was free. And the last extra part I added was USB 2 header to USB 3 to get the USB 3 ports working. That was around like $4 on Amazon, I'm pretty sure. Now for a price breakdown, we compared it to the eBay sold listings for a rough like average price of what you could get it off of eBay. And for the CPU and motherboard combo that we had, it was $10. So it started off at $15, But that 4x2 gigabyte stick of memory, I just subtracted 5 from the price, so I got it for 10. The RAM we actually ended up going with was a $30 kit. And the storage, it was free. You guys are probably wondering, what? How do you get it for free? So here's a quick backstory. Someone bought a PC from me not too long ago, but somehow they got a really bad virus, so they wanted to swap out their drives to fix it, I guess. I don't know. So they gave me their old drives, the so-called useless ones, I don't know, and got them wiped and working perfectly fine for this PC. So I got the drives for free completely, which is awesome. And the case, got it new off of Amazon for $57.90, I'm pretty sure. And the GPU, we managed to snag that one for $80, which is an amazing deal, honestly. And the extras were $11 for the RGB lights. The fan was free, and the header was $3.50, making our total cost for this PC $196.84, opposed to eBay's price around $410. That price isn't a set in stone price, that's just an average of the prices I found. With that price comparison, I'm going to be listing my PC at $445 because people always lowball, but I will be open to offers. Let's just sell this PC and wrap up the video. Yo guys, what's up? So I just sold that PC. I was right. People do lowball. Good thing I listed it at $445. So I just sold it for $400. So that leaves me, I write stuff in a notebook here to keep track. So that leaves me with a $203 profit and 16 cents. That's a really good profit. But I'm sorry for the delay of this video. It took me a little bit to sell this PC. That's why it's taking so long. I'm editing it right now as we speak. It's actually 2:30 a.m. But if you guys enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like. Going down below, comment in the comments. Check the description for links and anything to help me out, you know. So just like and subscribe, and come back next time.